Development of cardiovascular system. Myself, Dr. Satish Kumar Pathak, currently working as Assistant Professor, Department of Veterinary Anatomy, Faculty of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Banaras Hindu University. Today I will discuss development of cardiovascular system. It is, as we know, cardiovascular system is consist of heart, blood vessels, and lymphatic system. And here we will see how they develop. The heart, blood vessels, and blood cells develop from the splanchnic mesoderm. As we know, there are two types of mesoderm. One is splanchnic mesoderm, another intermediate mesoderm. All blood vessels, or we can say cardiovascular system is developed from the mesoderm mainly. And here cardiac valves and septa are partially developed from the neural crest cells. Then first, in the development of heart, paired endocardial tubes develop. Paired endocardial tubes develop in the cranial region of the embryo. We know the embryo has two regions in the initial development. One is cranial region, another is caudal region. So first it is just a first stage of development of heart. There is a formation of paired endocardial tubes, and it develops at the cranial region of the embryo. Then, as we know, in the cranial region there is a development of the brain vesicle. There is a development of brain vesicles, and brain vesicles, expansion of the brain vesicles occur. And so it causes caudal displacement of these endocardial tubes. Then it displaces to the caudally. Then lateral foldings of the embryo occur. After some time, lateral folding of the embryo occur, and this lead to the merging of the endocardial tubes. As we know, endocardial tubes are paired, and so they merge together completely except at the cranial and caudal end. Cranial and caudal end, they are not merged, they are separate. Then different structures form with the merging. The sinus venosum, as we know, atrium, ventricles, and truncus arteriosus. And further, there is a differentiation of the chambers, different chambers of the heart, and great blood vessels develop. Then this primordial heart elongates and bends and form a cardiac loop. There is a formation of cardiac loop which develop into the four-chambered heart. Four-chambered heart, as we know, is the characteristic of mammals and avian species. Then there is a formation of interarterial and interventricular septa. Interarterial in between two atrium. Interventricular means in between two ventricle. So there is a formation of septa, and these septa separate atrium into two parts and ventricle into two parts. And these interventricular septum completes before the birth, but interarticular septum, the formation, we can say, to complete atrium develop after birth. Then mesenchymal endocardial cushion develop in the atrioventricular region. There are some cushions develop in the atrioventricular region, and these structures fuse and divide in the arterioventricular canal into the two distinct openings. One opening is towards atrium, another is towards ventricle. The arterioventricular valves and semilunar valve develop from the neural crest cell and mesenchyme. As I already discussed, the valves develop from the neural crest cell, partially from the neural crest cells, partially from the mesenchyme. Then prior to the birth, we know placenta is the organ of gas exchange, and umbilical vein carries oxygen blood to the fetus. The fetal atria communicate by means of a small opening in the interatrial septum. We know both atria are communicated before the birth, that is through a opening, that is the foramen ovale, while the ductus arteriosus is just connect pulmonary trunk to the aorta. The presence of these shunt, these are the shunt, these are the bypass, and this shunt means the most of the circulating blood bypass the non-functional fetal lung. We know fetal lung is non-functional, so all the blood bypass the lung. Blood vessels and lymphatic vessels both develop from the splanchnic mesoderm, and both set of the vessels are formed by the vasculogenesis and angiogenesis, vessels formation and blood through the blood cells formation. So this is just a explanation about the development of the blood vessels and blood cells. Mesoderm, we know they form from they develop from the splanchnic mesoderm, and then there is forms hemangioblast. Hemangioblast further converted two type of cells, angioblast and hematopoietic stem cells. Angioblast form the vascular smooth muscle cells and endothelial lining of blood vessels. So there is a formation of blood vessels, they involve in the formation of blood vessels, angioblast, whereas hematopoietic stem cells, they form they further convert into three types of cells. First is primitive erythroid series, they develop into the RBC, they form the RBC, and myeloid series and lymphoid series, they involve in the formation of the WBC. Then see here it is diagram, there is a splanchnic mesoderm, yolk sac endoderm, they form the blood island, and blood island they form endothelium, they unite together and they form endothelium. Then there is a forms hematopoietic hemoblastic cells, and we can say there is a formation of WBC, RBC inside this endothelium. Then cardinal veins, they are specific structures present in embryo, they are paired. Cranial cardinal veins, they drain blood from the head and neck region, while the paired caudal cardinal veins drain from the body wall, they drain blood from the body wall, then wall, as the venous system continue to develop. The cranial cardinal veins give rise to the internal and external jugular veins, and brachiocephalic vein and cranial vena cava. This is just a cardinal veins. You just have a basic idea. This further converted into the caudal vena cava, cranial vena cava, vena azaegas, and then there is we know umbilical vein. Umbilical vein, they are paired and they convey the oxygenated blood. We can know it blood from the allantois through the umbilical cord and pass through the septum transversum and enter the sinus venosum of the heart. Then see here the common cardinal vein. Here is the cranial cardinal vein. We know they are paired. Here and caudal cardinal vein, they are also paired. Then here see here Vitelline vein. See here there is a umbilical vein. Umbilical artery is also visible. See, this is the developing embryo. There is a formation of cardiogenic plate, coelomic cavity, neural plate, like this. Different structures are visible. Blood island also visible. Then development of lymphatic vessels. In common with the arteries and veins, lymphatic vessels are arise from the mesoderm by same way by vasculogenesis and angiogenesis, settling of the establishment of the cardiovascular system. Lymphatic vessels develop same way as a blood vessel. Initially 6 primary lymph sacs develop in the late embryonic period. Then a paired jugular sac develop later to the internal jugular veins. Then there is followed by single retroperitoneal sac close to the root of the mesentery. Then there is a formation of the additional sacs, cisterna chyli. Then likewise other lymphatic vessels develop. Then development of lymph nodes. These apart from cisterna chyli, the lymph sac become converted into lymph node by the aggregation of lymphoid tissue around the sac. Different types of lymph node develop. And see, this is just a summary of the different parts, developmental, how different structures develop in cardiovascular system. There are different types of structures. We know pericardium, myocardium. This is just a summary. You can see this. It is the end of the lecture. Thank you for listening me. Thank you so much.